Right, Salawat, and the Hebrew Israelites come in week in and week out, prophesy the destruction of America. And we start off every week by giving infinite honor to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh, by Hashem, Howard, God. Give the honor to our teachers, the apostles of great millstone, who the Most High used to teach this glorious gospel in his final hour, in these last days. And salutations to my fellow laborers in Yahweh, pushing the truth across the four winds, man. Abounding in this labor of love to make the call and election sure. Shalom, you out. All right? And then I'm going to just get straight into what's going on in the times, man. You got uproars amongst the people. All right? All of the prophecies are popping out. Okay? You got pandemonium in South Africa where the people are trying to topple the government. Okay? The president got locked up. All of these things is prophesied to happen in the last days. And all of that is coming to America in these last days. Okay? Everything that you see going on across the planet is going to happen here in America in the last days. What you see going on in Haiti, how their president got whacked. All right? And there's an uproar amongst the people there. Okay? All of these things are prophesied to happen before our great king comes back to the planet Earth. All right? And that's why you have to be on your square and make sure that no man deceive you, man. All right? When you've been given this glorious gospel, you got to hold fast to it, man. All right? To what was given you. And no man shall teach you again once you get this doctrine from the elders of great millstone, man. Because you got niggas out here with sly tongues, master manipulators, man. They come teaching a lot of things that's true, that's right. But then the things that really count, they teach it off. And I'm talking about these off camps, man. And these off guys like Sakari, like ISCPK, IUIC. All right? You have to, for the young brothers coming into this faith, you have to pray to Yahweh Shema Shai that he leads you to the rivers of living water, because there's a such thing as studying alone and studying wrong. Okay? And we're living in some beautiful times. Bear with me. Phone malfunctioning. Bear with me. Can't let you people use the phone when you get your phone back. Don't even work right, man. Something simple. All right, I'm going to start off in the book of Micah, chapter 3, verse 11. And it reads, you know what? I'm going to start off at verse 5. Thus said Yahweh concerning the prophets that make my people the earth, that bite with their teeth and cry peace. Okay? And we see a lot of that going on right now, man. Our people being led astray by false prophets. Okay? They're telling our people, peace, peace, when there's no peace, man. We're in the belly of hell, man. You shouldn't be telling nobody to get their money, save their money up to go buy land and make you an Israelite metropolis here in hell. All right? When you're doing that, you're biting the people. You're tearing the skin off their bones. Okay? And he that putteth not into their mouth, they even prepare war against them. When somebody's not teaching you the truth, okay? When somebody's leading you astray according to the scriptures, all right? They're your enemy, all right? Because John 8:32 says, you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So if you're not living according to the truth, and you're living according to the lies, man, the person that's teaching you the lies and telling you lies and you believe in them, they're leading you into a pit. They're your enemy. All right? They're going to have you bound in the lake of fire. And it reads, therefore a night shall be unto you that you shall not have a vision. All right? Now, we're living in the times where the Most High about to take all these false prophets down, man. All right? And the ones that has the doctrine of life are going to stand victorious through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. That you shall not divide, and the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them. Okay? That means the Most High is going to stop their mouths, man. When you read the book of Titus, we're talking about those slave bearers, those creatures whose mouths must be stopped. The Most High is going to stop all of these false prophets' mouths from teaching lies, man. All right? You got camps that telling you the other nations can be saved. You got camps telling you you can pop your girl when she's on a Shabbat. All right? All of these things is lies and fallacies, man, that deceive the people into being wicked, man. All right? And it reads, and the day shall be dark over them. So the Most High is not going to give them no understanding. He's not going to give them no insight. He's not going to enrich them. He's not going to enlighten them. He's going to turn them over to a reprobate spirit. Okay? Then shall the seers be ashamed, and the diviners confounded. Yeah, they shall all cover their lips, but there is no answer of Yahweh. Okay? So all of these guys like Sparring, first and foremost, that's teaching all these fucking lies that's not coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shah. The Most High is going to embarrass them before all. They're going to be shamed before all. All right, for teaching their lies. We're about to see some things happen in these last days where you're going to know Yahweh Shah was behind it. All right? Because it's written. Then they shall know I am Yahweh when we make these things come to pass. All right? Verse 8, but truly, I am full of the power of the spirit of Yahweh and of judgment and of might to declare to Jacob his transgression and to Israel his sin. And that's what the men of Great Millstone are doing. All right? We're out here teaching the truth of the scriptures, man, whether they're here or forbear. All right? We're not taking from or we're not adding to. We're teaching it like it was taught to us, man. All right? With all fear and trembling. Hear this, I pray ye heads of the house of Jacob and princes of the house of Yasharala that abhor judgment and pervert all equity. Okay? You pervert judgment when you teach lies, man. Okay? When you want to get before a man, say what's appeasing the man. All right? Like when they bring up the rape issue that we teach. All right? We're just speaking according to the scriptures. But to get a pat on the back from man, all right, and so you don't have the world looking at you in an ill manner, you pervert judgment. You don't go tell the truth of that issue. You don't tell it like it is, man. That's what these false prophets do, man. Okay? They build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity. Because the way you sin is death. When you're not getting taught according to sound doctrine, all right, you're going out to the right or to the left, you're not perfect in the doctrine, your ultimate demise is going to be smoke and ash. Okay? Matthew 5:48, it plainly tells us to be perfect. All right? Creation is subject to vanity. All right, these earthen vessels that we're in, they'll go out. But when you teach this doctrine, man, this doctrine has to be perfect. Okay? Because other men's blood is on your hands when you teach off doctrine. They build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity. The hairs thereof judge with water. That's the main thing. sell out. They sell out the money person. A lot of these guys know right from wrong. So we'll talk about it. When it comes to Chicago, the guy from Chicago, all right? When it comes to the head of IUIC and stuff, our elders were taught by, they all were taught by Elder Yaquad, Elder Ariad, Elder Mashat, all right? IUIC knows the name of our great king is Yahweh Shai, and our heavenly father is Yahweh. But they don't teach in their name for 50 lucre's sake. They took in their money person. They're hirelings, okay? They're doing it for money. So for them to get money, they disregard the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. And they leave people in the ditches, okay? The heirs thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divide for money. Yet would they lean upon Yahweh and say, it is not Yahweh among us, none evil can come upon us. All right, and when you teach for money and you change the doctrine for filthy lucre's sake, you're in a reprobate spirit when you think that the Most High is not going to visit you for these things. All right? So if you're following guys that's teaching that, the Most High is going to visit you too. All right? That's why you have to be within the spirit and pray to Yahweh Shema Shai that you don't be deceived, man. Because you got many vain talkers out here, man. You got many master manipulators out here. Okay? Therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become heath, and the mountain of the house as the high places of the Lord. All right? And the Most High is going to destroy those false prophets, and he's going to destroy those that follow those false prophets. That's why it's imperative that you be on your square and that you be not deceived by any means, man. All right? That you seek the Yahweh Shema Shai while it may be found. And the way to do that is go to a great millstone camp near you where you're going to get this truth with non-filter, man. All right? Straight 100% raw, like it was taught to the apostles of old to give to the whole planet Earth. All right, that's the same doctrine that we're teaching, man. Okay? Straight from on high. It's not altered. All right? It's not tweaked. It's given to us just like the Yahweh Shema Shai gave to us, man. All right? And it changes you. All right? It protects you. You get a hedge around you when you live according to that doctrine. All right? This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. And it reads, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. We're in the last days, man. We're actually in the final hour, man. The hour of temptation is upon us. All right? We're about to see some perilous times, some dangerous times. We're about to go through a time of famine, drought, pestilence, and the sword. All right? That's why you should not be deceived by any means. You don't want these perilous times to overtake you. For men shall be lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful and unholy. And that's what you see with a lot of these false prophets, man. They're proud. They boast in what they think they know. They don't teach what their parents taught them. And they're unthankful for what their parents taught them. Talking about Sakari, all right? The elders of Great Millstone was Alizé's parent. All right? And they are fulfillment of that scripture, man. These guys are proud, arrogant, and conceited. And the Most High resists the proud. He only deals with the humble. Okay? And pride comes before the fall, man. Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fears, despises of those that are good. And that's a typical nigga in this society, man. All right? The typical nigga in this society rock according to their vibration. All right? Two-thirds of the nation of Israel is rocking under their vibration. Traitors, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh. All right? And the way you love Yahweh, you learn his word and obey his word. That's how you love him. Love is an action word. You don't read his word, study his word, and get acquainted with his spirit, which is through his word. You can't love him. All right? That's why he gave us this book. He gave you this book for you to read it and study it, meditate on it. Okay? That's how you learn how to love him. Okay? Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Okay? Everybody in the society say they love the Most High. They say they love God. But when you look at their actions, it's contrary to what the word says. Okay? For this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sin, led away with divers lusts. And that's what these false prophets do, man. All right? They manipulate the simple. Okay? They take advantage of the simple. All right? They lead them astray with deceitful, beguiling words. All right? Subtle spirits that will lead you into a ditch. Beware lest any man deceive you, man, by any means. You got to fast, pray. Okay? Whatever it takes. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. A lot of these guys, they dive in the scriptures. All right? But when they dive in the scriptures, they can't never get the truth. They just never get the understanding of the truth. And that goes back to the Most High saying, if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that who are lost. All right? But they forever learning, and they go out as an authority to teach. And when they go out and teach, you have simpletons out here with itching ears, and they lead them astray. All right? And then that judgment that falls on those false prophets is going to ultimately fall on the people that follow them. Okay? You have to pray for your Yahweh Shema to lead you to the rivers of living water. The truth. Okay? Now, as Janus and Jambres withstood Moses, all right? Those two Egyptian magi that was coming against Moses, doing those false miracles, man. Don't know that witchcraft and sorcery. Somebody come with an off doctrine, man. That's witchcraft and sorcery, man. All right? That's leading people astray. That's the same thing Janus and Jambres was doing when Moses came to Pharaoh to say, let my people go. All right? They came contending with Moses who had the truth. Just like men are contending with the men of the Lord that have the truth today. So do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith. And these guys, man, you can't take them lightly because they're good at what they do. They know a lot of scriptures. They know how to navigate through them. Most of the things that they teach are true. But the things that are vital, all right, the things that, like the mark of the beast or whatever, the most important things you need to know, they mangle them, they massacre. So 80% of the truth won't get you in the kingdom. All right? You don't know what MOB is. All right? And you don't know that it's the radio frequency identification chip, and you think it's something else. It don't matter if you know your nationality. It don't matter if you know your country. It doesn't matter if you know your culture. If you off on Revelation 13, you're done. You gonna get that job of Revelation 13, you're done. That's why you have to pray not to be deceived, man. Okay? Shalom, Mark. And it reads, verse 9, but they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifested to all men, as theirs also was. Just like the Most High embarrassed Jannes and Jambres by letting the staff that Moses had kill those and break in pieces those serpents that they had. That's how the Most High is going to let that great millstone roll over these off camps, man. All right, and embarrass their asses, man. Okay? The same way. These guys are going to be ashamed before all and those that follow them. All right? The scripture said their folly shall be made manifest to all men. Everybody's going to see these guys teaching these off doctrine fall, man. You can't get around that. That scripture can't be broken. But the Most High set up prophets to expose the wolves, man, so you don't get deceived, okay? But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, all right? So you got being out here with sound doctrine. But Paul didn't only say, you know, this doctrine taught. He said it's manner of life, it's walk. He said, you look at my walk, I'm upright. He was blameless. He was practicing what he was preaching. Okay? Faith, long suffering, charity, and peace. Persecution, affliction, which came into me at Antioch, and Iconium, and Lystra. What persecution I endured. But out of them, all that Yahweh delivered me. Yeah, all that we live godly in Hamashiach, Yahweh shall suffer persecution. All right? And that's another thing. When you get this truth, when you get this doctrine of life, prepare your heart for tribulation. All right? They come with the territory. All right? The real men of the Lord, everybody that got this doctrine is going to have a story to tell. All right? This dragon going to come down on all of us with great wrath. If you're fortunate to be one of the brothers that have not been deceived, and you got this doctrine and you lived according to it, all right, you're going to be tested in the coming days. All of them. The Most High is going to throw all his servants into a disco inferno. There's some hot waka flocka flames, man. And if you're gold, precious stone, you're going to come out shining, man. All right? But evil men, seducers, shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. All right? And that's what we're seeing, man. We're seeing these guys waxing worse, teaching. They already been teaching one thing off. All right? Then they come up with some new things. All right? Their doctrine gets worse and worse day by day, year by year. Now they're disqualifying books in the Bible. They're saying the Bible is not the word of the Most High. All right? And I don't think we've seen the worst of them yet. Because at the end, man, you're gonna see everybody's skeleton. Okay? We ain't seen the worst yet. But continue thou in things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. All right? If you're under the elder apostles of great millstone and their fruit, all right? The brothers have taught you the way, sound doctrine, all right? You hold fast to it, you cleave to it with all your life, with all your might, man. All right? You cleave to it. All right? get built up in it. The way you cleave to this doctrine is you study, you read, you meditate, you fast, you pray. All right? That's how you cleave to it. All right? That's how you stay, that's how you get built up in it. You don't do what the Christians do. All right? Come to church once a week, pick up your Bible once a week, talking about your holy God. When somebody asks you basic questions about this word, you don't know it. All right? Now, what you learn, what the brothers teach, take your notes, you write them down, and you study them. So you can teach other men, other people also. All right? It's all about building up the kingdom. Lord, brother Ezekiel. All right, this is Ezekiel 14:1. Then came certain of the elders of Israel unto me and said before me, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart and put stumbling blocks of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of them all by them? Okay. Now what was going on? You had men in Israel going off. They was coming to the prophet Israel, the prophet Ezekiel, to beseech your house. Okay. And these guys was doing what these off camps are doing today. All right. When you teach off doctrines, man, that's another Yahweh sign. So that's idolatry, man. A sin punishable by death. Okay? Therefore, speak unto them. Say unto them, thus says Yahweh thy power. Every man of the house of Israel that set up his idols in his heart, in his mind, all right? The philosophies, the way you think, all right, that becomes an idol. When you take on the ways of the heathen, all right, in your mind, that's idolatry. It's your thought patterns, okay? The philosophies you believe, all right? And put it the stumbling block of iniquity before his face, and coming to the prophet, I, Yahweh, will answer him that cometh according to the multitude of his idols, that I might take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are estranged from me through their idols. All right? And that's what happens when you're led astray to off doctrine. When you're saying the book of Hebrews is not the word of Yahweh Shema Washai, you've been estranged from Yahweh Shema Washai. Okay? You're profane. You're outside of the temple. All right? The Most High is not dealing with you. All right? He looks at you as an adulterer. All right? Idolatry and adultery is one of the same. Therefore, saying to the house of Israel, repent and turn yourself from your idols. All right? And that's the thing. A lot of guys that's in these camps where you've been led astray, it's not too late. Even for the deceive, it's not too late. Still a chance for you to repent. Okay? When the elders came to Yahweh Shai in this chapter, he didn't send them away. He gave them their crimes, he told them what they was doing off, and he telling them to repent and be not deceived again. Okay? And turn away from your faces from all your abominations. And an abomination is anything that is set up against the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, against sound doctrine. All right? Anything that sets itself up against this doctrine, man. All right? For every one of the house of Israel, of the stranger that sojourneth in Israel, all right, and that stranger that sojourneth in Israel is a fellow Israelite. That's not a heathen. Sojourners in Israel are fellow Israelites. If you got a Zebulonite sojourning to the land of Judah, he would be considered a stranger. Okay? Which separated himself from me and set up his idols in his heart and put up the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face and coming to a prophet to inquire of him concerning me. Yahweh would answer him by myself, and I would set my face against that man, and I would make him a sign and a proverb, and I will cut him off from the midst of my people, and you shall know that I'm Yahweh. All right? And the Most High is telling you, if you don't repent, if you don't get right, he's going to judge your ass. All right? And when he talks about judging adulterers, the way you get judged, when Yahweh does this end-time judgment, is always going to end in death. All right? You one of his elect men and you in off camp, all right? The Most High might give you a Damascus experience to wake you up. But for those that don't come to his marvelous light and get this doctrine, it's going to end in death. When he say, I'm going to judge you before your face, he's talking about killing your ass, okay? And if the prophet be deceived when he have spoken a thing, all right, Sakari is deceived. These other camps are deceived, all right? They have reprobate spirits on it, all right? The Most High laid that stumbling block before these guys because he didn't want to get them, because the vast majority of them are prophets. And if the prophet be deceived when he have spoken a thing, I Yahweh have deceived that prophet, and will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. All right? You can't get around that. You're going to reap what you sow. Shalom, huh? All right? I'm going to read that again. If the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I Yahweh have deceived that prophet. You see? The Most High is manipulate these guys, man. That means the Most High in the great house, in 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, saying in the great house, you got vessels of honor, vessels of dishonor. The ones that don't get it and the ones that the Most High deceive, all right, those vessels of dishonor. The Most High has put those lunatic spirits on these guys, okay? Yahweh have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. You're going to see these guys getting whacked. He said, in the midst of the people. All right? Everybody that comes against the elders of Great Millstone, call them rapists, pedophiles. They're going to eat the words through judgment, man. Because it's a lie. The Bible says, thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not be a backbiter. It said, a backbiter will not enter the kingdom of heaven. When you say a man has done something and he has not done it, and you bring an accusation against that man, and it's not true, you're going to get judged for it, okay? Who have they raped? What young child have they dealt with? You can't bring up one accusation. You can't bring forth one child, not one. All the camps and all the people that repeat what they say, they're going to be judged, man. Okay? Verse 10, and they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. That's why it's imperative that you beware and be not deceived at all. Let no man deceive thee. Let me get that, man. By all means, beware that no man deceive thee. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3, and it reads, let no man deceive you by any means, man. And the Most High say that over and over again. Don't be deceived. All right? I'm gonna go back to that scripture in Ezekiel where it say the man that's doing the deceiver is gonna get destroyed, and the people that he's deceived is gonna be destroyed. It's written in another place. This Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you. That's another way of saying deceive you through philosophy and vain deceit. And that's idolatry. Once you get a new philosophy in your mind and you hold fast to that, that becomes an idol. Okay? So the Most High tells you over and over, beware that no man deceive you. Do not be deceived. Stay on your square. Hold fast to this truth, man. All right? And this is why. Let's go back to Ezekiel 14. This is why. This is why right here. Ezekiel 14 and 10. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. He's talking about the deceiver. And the punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him, and the one that was deceived by the deceiver. Okay? The false prophet is going to be deceived, and those that were carried away by his lies is going to be deceived, is going to be punished too, just like the prophet, because that prophet becomes your father. Okay? When our great king said, John 8:44, you of your father the devil, the lust of your father you would do. All right, when you follow these false prophets, you're going to rock out in the spirit they're rocking out on. So you might as well get your head beheaded when they get their heads beheaded. Okay? A lot of these guys that they call the elders of great millstone pedophiles and say all these shameful things about them, they don't know nothing about the elders. They just repeat what they heard the guy that their followers said. That's it. They don't do no research. They don't go, because if you're a fucking pedophile, and no matter what state you're in, all right, that's open to the public. That's open to the fucking public, all right? So nobody's gonna go and be like, all right, this is this guy's name, all right? These sculptors can put the elders' real names up, so a lot of them know his real name, their real name. And none of you can find one charge of them being pedophiles or rapists, but you're still gonna call them pedophiles or rapists and say you follow keeping the commandments, okay? And the vast majority of them that call them that is just repeating what they seen their shepherd, the person that they're following, say that. They just regurgitating what they've heard. That's why they're going to get the same judgment that their false prophet has, okay? Verse 11, that the house of Israel may go no more astray from me, all right? The Most High is going to make examples of these guys, all right? So the rest of the house of Israel, those that come into the fold on this last wave would know, all right, whatever they was doing, we're not going to do that. Whatever they were saying, we're not going to say that, okay? When this judgment come down on a lot of these camps and a lot of these wicked guys, a lot of people going to get waked up and come to the truth, man. When I say come to the truth, come to the sound doctrine, okay? Neither be polluted anymore with all their transgressions, but that they may be my people, and I might be their power, said Yahweh. He talking about the elect. You got elect men in these other camps. You have elect men following devils right now. But the Most High gonna have mercy on them, man. Okay? But they're gonna wake up when they see that damn false prophet get his head decapitated, and the other ones that the Most High see fit to fall with him. Okay? The word of Yahweh came to me saying, verse 12. Now I'm at verse 13, Salaki. Son of man, when the land sinned up against me by trespassing grievously, and the land can't sin, he's talking about the people of the land. And the only people on the planet or the earth that can sin is the people he gave his laws, statutes, and commandments to, and that's the nation of Israel, man. So-called Negroes, Native Americans, people of Hispanic descent. We the only ones that can sin. So-called white man can't sin. East Indian can't sin. Elamite can't sin. The Most High didn't make a covenant with them by sacrifice. In the book of Amos, he say, out of all the families of the earth, I've only known you. Okay? So when he say when the land sinner, he's talking to you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and people of Hispanic descent. Wherever you at, stop fucking sinning, or you will die. Grievous deaths. Nobody's going to lament, and your body will not get buried because it's written. Okay? Verse 13, son of man, when a land sinner against me by trespassing grievously, you say trespassing grievous. When you have a big, down here in Louisiana, these motherfuckers had these big 10-pound, 15-pound sacks of crawfish. They put it in a bottle of broth. All right? Then in a bottle of broth, they put pork sausage in it. They add pork sausage up in the motherfucker. All right? And just took it all together. Double abomination. All right? Finish eating the crawfish. And then your woman on administration, then go outside and deal with her on administration, just abomination above abominations, man. That the nation of Israel is just totally out because they don't know the truth of the scripture. Okay? And the Most High doesn't get mad at them until they reject his prophet. That's where the problem come in. Okay? Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, committing adultery, idolatry, Jake doing everything under the sun. Then will I stretch out my hand upon you, and will break the staff of the bread thereof, and will send famine upon you. All right? All of these jobs you got, good jobs, you got steady income coming. The Most High is going to cut off your bread. He's going to cut off your bread in these coming days. He's going to cut your water short. He's going to make it real hard for you. All these comforts that you take for granted, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to take it away from those who've been deceived, okay? And it's written. And I will send famine upon it and will cut off the man and the beast from it. When it says he's going to cut off man and beast, what's the union between man and beast in those days? All right, you use the beast to make your money. Your beast work for you. All right? Your beast work for you. If you didn't have bullocks working for you, all right, and you was a herd of goats and of sheep, that was your money. All right? So he's gonna take away your livelihood, okay? And it reads, verse 14, though these men, Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, they should deliver their own soul, but their righteousness by their right, their own souls by their righteousness, says Yahweh our power. All right? So Noah, Daniel, and Job are here in these last days, man. They're gonna go through Jacob's trouble, man, and they're gonna be delivered. Job told you that in Job, the 19th chapter. Daniel told you that in Daniel, the 12th chapter. All right? That he was going to be in his light in the last days. Job in the 19th chapter say he was going to be in his light in the last days. Okay? So this scripture bags up what they were saying. We'll read it again. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver. They should deliver, but their own souls by their righteousness, saith Yahweh our power. If I cause some noisome beasts to come through the land and spoil it, and talking about the other nation, gonna come in there and wreak havoc on your ass, so that it be desolate, that no man may pass through it because of the beast. That's exactly what Esau is gonna do. He's gonna come through, make the land desolate. He's gonna institute martial law, and he's gonna cut off the cities where you can't go to and fro. All right, this is what's gonna happen to Jacob's trouble. Though these three men were in it, all right, three righteous men, all right, his elect men, and these men also represent the elect. As I live, thus saith Yahweh thy power, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters. They only shall be delivered, but the land shall be desolate. All right? So you're going to have men of the Lord that get delivered and they seed don't, man. All right? But if you do lose your seed, man, you're going to get them back 100-fold, man. All right? Pick up your dog tags and keep pushing. All right? Verse 18. No, I'm back. I'm going to restart at 16 again. Though these three men were in it, as I live, saith Yahweh thy power, they shall deliver neither their sons nor daughters. They only shall be delivered, but the land shall be desolate. That's the nastiness of the scriptures, man. A lot of brothers gonna lose their family, right? I got my sons with me right now, man. But hey, they come to it, All I can do is teach them the words of Yahweh Shema Shai and tell them to don't fear death, man. That's it. The most I see fit to take them, you know. What can we do? Let his will, not our will, be done. All right? Though these three men were in it, as I live, thus saith Yahweh, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters. They only shall be delivered themselves. If I send pestilence into that land and pour out my fury upon it, blood to cut off it from man and beast. And that's going to happen to the people that were deceived. Though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, saith Yahweh our power, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. And what is righteousness? According to Matthew, Romans, the 3rd chapter, is faith in Hamashiach, Yahushua. Right? It's the only way you can be righteous. Because you keeping the law does not make you righteous. All right? Romans, the 3rd chapter tells you faith, righteousness is faith in Yahushua. All right? And it's faith in his word, his doctrine. Okay? But thus saith Yahweh thy power. How much more when I send my 4 sword judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword, the famine, the noisome beast, the pestilence, to cut off man and beast. He's talking about Jacob's trouble, man. And he's going to do this to everybody that was deceived, everybody that believed the lie. Okay? Yet, behold, therein shall be enough a remnant that be brought forth. All right? And we're describing, we're praying, fasting, begging Yahweh Shema Shai to let us be in that precious number, seeking him while he may be found without fear and trembling. Why? Keeping your garments clean and unstained, all right, so you don't be deceived by this society, man, okay? And by these false prophets, these ravenous wolves, these vipers, scorpions. They slick, they're good at what they do. All right? Yet, behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. Behold, they shall come forth unto you, and you shall see their way and their doing, and you shall be comforted concerning the evil that I brought upon Jerusalem. All right? Yahweh Shema Shai is bringing this evil on Jerusalem. Yahweh Shema Shai is the one sending this great red dragon upon us. Okay? He's the one going to be bringing that great death. All right? But he say, Jacob shall be saved out of it. He's talking about his elect. All right? That remnant is his elect. Okay? Even concerning all that I have brought upon it. And they shall comfort you when you see it, their ways and their doing. That's talking about the servants. All right? The elders of great millstone, their fruit. Okay? And they show you the right way. That's the comfort. That's why we read the book of Thessalonians. It's they comfort each other with these words. Okay? And you should know that I have not done without a cause that I've done it, saith Yahweh. All right, and when Yahweh Shema was shot, bring that judgment on the nation of Israel. Look at our people, man. When you talk to our people, they don't want to hear the truth. They laugh at it, they scoff at it. Now, great king say, I have the Father say, and you shall know that I have not done without cause all that I've done to it. When he bring this great death, he ain't did it for nothing. It's warranted. It's like your wife, you come in your room and you see a man going to town on your wife. Whatever violence you do in that room is warranted. That's how the Most High look at the nation of Israel. That's carried away to these dumb idols, man. He say, what I do to my nation is going to be warranted. That's why, by all means, watch your garments. Stay focused. Stay locked in that you be not deceived. Because nobody can make crooked where Yahweh Shema Shah make straight. There's no way you could get away from the wrath and the judgment of Yahweh Shema Shah. I mean, you can have skills. You can run fast, jump fast, have the skills of a Green Beret, a Navy SEAL, survive in bad situations. Man, once the Most High lay that judgment down, there's nothing you can do, man. No matter how great you think you are. So that's why you pray to Yahweh Shema Shah to keep you focused, keep you locked in, and be locked into this truth, man. And watch yourself so you don't be deceived, man. Because you got some subtle, crafty niggas that manipulate the scriptures, man. That mangle the scriptures and make it sound fucking good. That's why you're supposed to be locked in with your octave. All right? Get in those conference calls. Fast, pray. Pray to the Most High, keep the spirit and the heads around you that you be not deceived. So with that, I'm going to give infinite honor to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim, Howard Papa double honors to our teachers, apostles of great millstone, salutations to our fellow laborers in Yahweh Shah, labor for that penny, pushing this truth out for wins in this final hour. Shalom to you, brother. Kwame Asharala, Bob Abba. How about that, you brothers on the comment board?